I am just going to do a quick pop in live and let everybody know that I will not be doing my lazy Saturday Night Live. Um, this is not a lazy day for me. It is going to be a day full of work. Um, I am running behind on some things. Sir Grace and I have built a new chicken run for the girls, and unfortunately, Sir Grace had surgery, so now it's left to just me doing it. Good morning, Teresa. So it has. I am now the only person working on the chicken run. So I'm not going to go live tonight because I need to get this done. I'm in the midst of trying to predator proof the chicken run. So I'm actually out here this morning by myself. Last night I was working on putting up hardware cloth till about 9:30 Eastern Standard Time by myself. No complaints. I don't mind doing it. This is not a big deal, but I just have to make my chickens a priority because they've been locked in their old run, which I can show you in just a second. Which is not very big for 10 laying hens. Let's see here. We'll give you an idea of what it looks like. So right now the old chicken run is still intact. This will be coming down, and our girls have a new chicken run. So I'm working on putting the hardware cloth all down because it's important to make sure that predators cannot get in here. And as you can see, it's still a work in progress. But our girls have a new roof on top, and it actually, I won't hit my head again. For those who don't know, I've had 2 concussions because of this run right there. But that is coming down. Good morning, Randy. Um, this particular run is coming down. It will not stay. It's probably going to take me a while before I can get to that run. I'm going to be having to wait for Sir Grace to heal from surgery to do this because I can't do that alone, you know? So I'm out here predator proofing the new run. This will all be seeded and grass will be growing here. I have some bricks as well, and I'm gonna line them all. Thank you so much, Teresa. I'm gonna line bricks all right up against this, and then out here there will be grass seed. I have to go to the store. I have a pickup because this, you can see the old Predator cloth, the hardware cloth. I have to add more over on this side. And then we will be removing the mulch probably not until sometime this summer, and be putting in a sand for the floor. And then I'm going to be adding in chicken swings and perches because, you know, that adds more square footage for chickens. But the coop is still up. Let's see, you can still see the coop right there. There's the coop. So it is still up. But I have a lot of work to do, and it's just one person to do this, so no complaints, but it's one person. So I thought I'd just kind of show what all is going on, and the reason why I will not be live tonight because I'll be working on this. I have Trip Up the Mountain, that's his YouTube channel. Hi, Musgrave Family Farm. Trip Up the Mountain is going to be here, and he is going to help me set the new door on the other side, and help me break open because I can't access this area right here right now. There's only one door into the run, and that little run, I have to go through the little run, and there's just no access. So we're gonna make access so I can get in here. Good morning, Joey. How are you? So I will, thanks to Trip Up the Mountain, his channel. He's actually a local friend of ours. He's a family friend. He's gonna help me out with that. So we'll be working on that, and then going to purchase more of the hardware cloth and some grass seed so that way we can get that going as soon as possible. Um, and then eventually, this run is going to have, I'm picking up 2x4, or not 2x4s, 2x3s today. So all of this will be sealed in, so that way, right now this is a temporary holding up, although some of these are more permanent. We're gonna, oh, actually, I'm going to put 2x4 or 2x3s over this to lock this in, so you won't be seeing that. And then all of the hardware cloth, all of the fencing will be painted black. So I already have the paint. So that way we will be able to see straight in. It does something with the visual, so you can see straight in. But I'm not sure how soon I'll be doing that, because I need to let this all go through a season of drying out. This is wet. It's been pressure treated. So eventually this is going to be black as well. So it may be a season before, or two, before we deal with that. So I'm gonna let that completely dry out, because I'm telling you, I don't think I can, there isn't any in here now, but when I threw the screws through this, there was bubbles of the treated material popping out, so it's got to dry out. So anyhow, the 2x3s will go up immediately. That's probably going to happen in the next week, but the rest of it eventually will be painted and stained and all that good stuff. This summer we will be removing all the mulch and putting in sand. I like the sand method better. Better on their feet, easier to clean. But I will be using all the mulch in the garden, because that's, it's got manure in it and wood chips. So yeah, let it dry. Yeah, for sure. Um, so I'm a one person working on this, and I'm grateful. I'm going to have some help later today. Sir Grace is doing good. For those who don't know, he had surgery yesterday, and he is recovering right now. We had the top knee doctor in our area, do his surgery for the type of surgery he needed. Um, so he is actually doing really good. I'm really proud of him. He had a little accident, two of them back to back, and not car accident, just and he got hurt doing something else. And we knew that this surgery was coming, and we finally we had a couple of things that we needed to do that were on the books, and so he he's fine now. He's recovering. Here, I'm gonna come over here and I'll flip the camera that way. Hey, you can see me. Hey, good morning. Hey, Scotty, good morning to you. So yeah, so Sir Grace is inside the house and he is recovering. He's doing great, but now the rest of the chicken run is going to be done by me alone, which is fine. Which is fine. I can handle this. I'm actually a woodworker. This doesn't bother me at all. So it's just going to be a slow go, and I need to make this a priority. These little girls have been locked up in that tiny little run, and I just feel like they were gonna like kill each other, because they're cooped up. So it's nice to see them out and scratching, and I'm not too worried about predators. I feel like I've got this under control to get it squared away, and it may not look pretty for a little while, but that's okay. It's one step at a time, right, you guys? So I hope everybody's having a good day. I feel like I'm a crazy chicken lady. Isn't that pretty back there? I just love like how the clouds look. It's not supposed to rain today, but it is cold and it's got a little chill to it. I'd rather have that than being a million degrees and working outside. You can warm up. But I hope everybody has a good day. How are each of you guys doing this morning? I can do it. That's right. I can do it. I am totally chill. I've built furniture. This isn't too far off of that. So Sir Grace got it kind of in a good spot, and Trip Up the Mountain. I can't I'm shouting his channel out. His name's Trip, but it's Trip Up the Mountain is his channel. He's a wonderful man who, family friend, and he helped Sir Grace tremendously because Sir Grace kept going, no, I can do this on my own. Although I did come out here and I finally got him to say, listen, I'll help brace things up. I'll cut the wood and brace up each of the 4x4 posts. So I spent an afternoon doing that. I'm like, I would work too. So, and I'm confident with saws and, setting things. I'm pretty good at that. So I did do that, but now I got to finish it up. It's kind of the life of owning chickens. What we did find was that when we built the original coop and run, I'm more talking about the run. For any new chicken keepers, that are starting out with chicks and building a run, make sure that you build your run taller than your height. In 2020, during the shutdown, we built everything. And new chicken keeper, never had them before, first time, and then also accessing materials. It was kind of limited. And then, if you remember, the price of lumber went up too during that time. And so we did the best with the resources we had, and we're grateful for it. But I just try to tell everybody build that chicken run as, yeah, it was astronomical. Um, think about your head. I had to go see a neurologist twice for concussions from hitting my head inside the little run. So build it up. This was going to be done last year, but we had some things that got in the way. And then this year, it was like, okay, we are making this a priority. And I'm so grateful we did. I've already been through the run. I can't access it right now because it's now, fenced in. But before it got fenced in, I did a quick walkthrough to make sure, and so did Sir Grace, to make sure we wouldn't hit our heads. And nope, we're not going to hit our heads anymore. So I'm grateful for that. And then the other thing that we found is that there's some areas where it was rotting. So we made some adjustments with building the new one up a little bit higher up off the ground. But it is, they're in T-post or in the 4x4 post in the ground that goes down about 4 feet. And then we do have it strapped down with wire in case we get a real bad gust of wind. So it will hold it down. It's that shed, kit that you get. We had something else tied down that we took down, and so we just reused our materials. So we have 4 foot ground stakes in the ground. So I think we're pretty good, and then it's pretty sturdy, I have to say. So I'm really excited for it. I'm really gonna be like focusing on making perches next. We have a lot of scrap lumber. I'm looking at it. We have quite a bit of scrap lumber. So the next thing I'm going to be making for the girls is perches, and then I'm going to put some swings in, and I'm going to hang up their waterers because we have Premier One poultry waterers that you can hang with a chain, so that'll keep it up off the ground. So I'll be working on that probably in the coming week. I'm looking at the inside of this roof, and I may have to add some more bracing too. I'm just kind of like going, there's a couple spots where Sir Grace missed, but that's okay. I can handle that. That's not a big deal. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. We are gonna put gutters on it and then get rain barrels because right next to it, just this way, is my garden. So we're gonna add some rain barrels to have access to water so that way I can water the plants. At some point, I'm not sure how fast all this is gonna get done because, it's a lot to do by, one person, and then you got Sir Grace recovering from surgery. So, but we've never had gutters on our chicken run. So that'll be something kind of cool to have, and, have access to water. Be cool. I am also adding, I have it already. I bought it over the winter when it went on clearance. I bought a raised bed, a metal one, and I have some herbs that are in the ground. I have some thyme. I'm looking at thyme, anise, hyssop, and mint. I'm looking at it. Good morning, Off Grid World. So I have a raised bed that I'll be setting up today, right up against the chicken run. And that way I can access herbs for the girls to throw in at them. I also have a big pile of hops. That I'm going to dig up out of the ground. We used it, somebody recommended using that on the side of the fence for the old chicken run, and to give it shade, and it worked great. So I think I'm not going to put it back in the ground. I think I'm going to put it in a pot and then find a way, maybe take some old fencing and make like a, I don't know, like an arbor or something with it. It'd be kind of cool. And the girls like to eat the hops leaves, and they like to eat the little hops when they are in season. It's safe for them, it's non-toxic. And in fact, my girls were eating on the pile yesterday, which I can show it to you. Let me walk over there. It's pretty messy looking, but let's see. There it is right here. Here's the hops. So I need to dig this. I'm gonna cut it all back today, and probably going to put that into the bottom of the raised bed to use, like, to help fill it. And then I'm going to dig the tubers up out of the ground, and that's what I'm going to put into a pot. And then, yeah, I think I might do something arboring. Oh, Tweety, are you singing? Hi. Here, let me show you who's singing. Little Miss Tweety Bird. Hi, Tweety. So anyhow, but yeah, no, I need to attach all of that today, so that's going to be worked on. But anyhow, let's see, how are you? Oh, okay. You're not saying hi to each other. I'm so glad you guys are talking to one another. I appreciate that. That's awesome. And you guys can shout each other's channels out too. I do believe in helping each other out. So definitely check each other out. Oh, let's see here. Very anxious, waiting to go in for surgery whenever they get me. I don't have the time. Oh, you're going in for surgery. Hope you have everything goes well, and I hope you recover fast, and that the surgeon does well with your surgery. And I wish you a very speedy recovery, Off Grid. I know how that is. Sir Grace had his surgery yesterday, and he did very good. Kind of on a, oh, good morning, Miss Anne. Hey, girl. Hope you're having a good day. He kind of on a funny note, his anesthesiologist and we were talking, and military life as it goes, we were both stationed at the same military installation at the same time. We didn't know each other. What a small world it is. She told me, we lived in military housing. When we moved to this particular place, they asked us, they said, do you want an old house or do you want a new house? That was really hard to figure out. So we stayed in the hotel a little bit longer, waiting on a new house, and we got into a new house. So we lived on base. She, however, lived about 10 minutes down the road from us, off base. But her husband was in the Air Force, as Sir Grace was. And yeah, kind of a small world. So the anesthesiologist that took care of Sir Grace, we were like, like she was at the same place we were at the same time. She was not in the military, it was her husband. And good morning, Ginger. And her husband was a helicopter pilot in the Air Force, but she was an anesthesiologist that worked at one of the local hospitals. And kind of on a fun note, the base that we were at didn't have an operating room, which I always thought was kind of weird because Sir Grace worked in the operating room when he was in the military. And he would go downtown to go do the surgeries. And one of the hospitals, was where she worked at. So he said she kind of looked familiar, but she couldn't put like put it together. And then I stayed until they got him to sleep with his service dog. They made arrangements to keep Sir Grace comfortable. And so I stayed until he was out. Not in the operating room. I didn't go in the operating room, but it was just in the pre-op area. Um, so anyhow, so we got to talking, and then I said, "Well, I took these pictures. They did an event on the flight line, and I know I have pictures of helicopter pilots on my phone. So I pulled them up, and I'm like, I wonder if one of these are her husband. I mean, I thought, wouldn't that be funny? Well, she looked at them, and none of them were her husband. Bummer, but yeah, what a small world to, your husband's anesthesiologist was stationed, well, her husband was stationed at the same place, same time you were, but like I didn't know her. So, anyhow, she took good care of Sir Grace. She's like, that airman family, we all stick together, and she got him real comfortable and took real good care of him. And of course, his surgeon did a great job as well. And yeah, he's going to be okay. He's going to make a full recovery, which Miss Ann, he'll be ready for the cruise. We are cutting it kind of close for recovery for him. But I told him, I said, now listen, we have a car race coming up, and Scott and you need to be ready for this car race on the ship. So you need to be fully recovered by then. So he's like, I will be. You just watch me. So I love his go-to attitude. Positive, uplifting, all that good stuff. So yeah, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be just fine. It's just that he had an accident, two of them, kind of back to back, not driving. So don't worry, he's legally blind. He doesn't drive, but it was inside the home, and yeah, it warranted surgery, unfortunately. Let's see, that's right. Full recovery by August 23rd. Whoop, 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 whoop. Because we got a party, right? We got the party ship going on in August. I'm really excited about that. Um, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, and I might try to get him to dance because I think he needs to dance. So anyhow, but yeah, he's gonna be just fine. He really will. But anyhow, well, I probably better get back. Uh-oh, they're fighting. I'm telling you, these girls, God love them. They've been locked in that little itty bitty run, waiting on me to predator proof this. I wouldn't let them out because we didn't have the hardware cloth on the new run. And here, I'll flip it one more time so you guys can see it before I get off. But yeah, they're all, oh, they're fighting. The little run is still up. It's going to come down once Sir Grace makes a full recovery, because this is at least a two-man job to take down oh, it's blurring out, sorry. It's going to take two people to get that old run down, but we have a new run, and it's safe, and just working on, it's a girls fight thing. I'm just working on getting this hardware cloth all down, and then I have to make a run to the store to get more, but I could leave them out here. They'll be fine, because on the other side there's hardware cloth already attached. It's just not quite as far out as I would like for it to be, but I need to pick up some grass seed because I will be seeding this down. I'm using just your basic landscape pins to hold it down. We did this when we initially built the little run. So it's what's going to hold it down. Hi, Tweety. And then bricks will be going up against this, and then the grass will grow into here, so we don't have to worry so much about it. And then all of this is going to be painted black, or in stained black. So painted will be all the hardware cloth that you can see, so that way it does an optical illusion where you can see into the run easily. But right now, like at the eye, and you can kind of pick up on the camera, you're looking straight at the hardware cloth. Uh, it is very hard to work with. It is. And thank you for the prayers. Um, but once you get it set, it's okay. I'm picking up 2x3s to run up and down each one of these. So that will all be locked in. I do not recommend roofing nails to hold your hardware cloth. This is not a permanent fix. If you're going to do it, you want to use screws and metal to hold it in. But I know that I'm locking this in with more wood, so you won't see any of that. It'll make it much more secure. And then, yeah, and then on one side I have a raised bed that I bought on clearance this past winter, I should say. And so it's gonna go, I'll walk over here. It's gonna go right here because I didn't put the hardware cloth out far enough. I have to level this out, but I have some chicken wire left over. So I'll be putting chicken wire and like fold it in half so that way it keeps the voles from getting up into the garden. So yeah, it's coming along and I still have more work to do, but I feel confident in letting the girls out today. And I know that they're kind of like in that point where they're halfway wanting to like beat each other up horribly, and yet they're happy to be out. Ooh, I think I have a mouse hole right there. I don't know if you can see that little circle, but I think we have a mouse in there. Oh well. So, and then this spring, all of this mulch is coming out. It's going to be composted down. And then I'm putting sand in. It'll be easier to clean. Oh, I should show you. I've done a ton of work. Yeah, Sir Grace, I have to give him a lot. Oh, I just got a notification. My order's ready for pickup for the hardware cloth. I hate mess. I hate it, but you've got to see what I got for my birthday. Hang on. I'm going to walk over here. My sister bought this for me. It's Minnie's boyfriend. It is 32 inches. What happened to my volume? Uh-oh. Can you hear it? We can't hear you. Huh. I don't know what's going on. Let me know if you can hear me now, Teresa. I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Let's see here. How cute. Love the chicken. Thank you. This was my birthday gift. It's 32 inches. Oh, you hear me? Okay, good. It's 32 inches, and my sister got this for me for my birthday, and we call this Minnie's boyfriend. And no, we're not the crazy chicken people in a subdivision. Here we go. You can kind of get an idea of what this looks like. It's a mess. I'm gonna tear down that as well and redo it. Foghorn Leghorn, right? Well, I was thinking maybe a white rock. I don't know. Hen, I don't know. So today, this is what I was talking about. There's a door already built. Oh, it's behind me. The door's already been built, and Trip Up the Mountain, that's his channel name. He's coming over to help me set the door. We're gonna take this other one off, and he's gonna help me set the new door, which will go all the way to the top. I need to add some hardware cloth just right at the tip top so birds don't get in. So he's gonna help me with that. As you can see, I got my drink out here because I got my work cut out for me. I can't wait for the little run to come down. Here, I'll show you some of the rotting. See, it started to rot. So, yeah, it's not pretty right now, but it's functional, and you can see where we've used those, the wires. Probably needs to be tightened down a little bit better, but that's okay for right now. Tweety, are you okay with that? There is hardware cloth down in here. You can't really see it because of the dirt, but I'm adding more on top of it. But it's okay enough to where I could leave our girls out. So still have more to work on. It doesn't need to be pretty, just needs to work. It does. But I also want to make it pretty. I teased Sir Grace that maybe one day I'll shiplap inside of the coop. He's like, no. No. Midnight. 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 What is up with you, girl? You gonna go lay an egg? Lay me some breakfast, your rent's due. Okay, go in there. Anyhow, well, I am going to get back to work. I'm not going to be live tonight. I do apologize, but I really do need to make this a priority and take care of my girls. Make this, get it to the point where it's, I feel comfortable leaving the girls out, and take care of Sir Grace as he's recovering from surgery. So anyhow, let me turn it back that way. So I hope each of you guys have a great day. Tweety's saying have a great day too. And be kind to one another. You just don't know what people are going through. And we'll see you all next week. Well, actually, wait, talk about it Tuesday with Karma. Come on over and say hi to us. That's at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Yes, I do have my hands full, but it's okay. It's one step at a time, right? We'll see y'all next week, or actually Tuesday. Bye.